All right. Well, we'd like to introduce our great friend, and I think one of the great Northwest poets, Mr. Tim Sproul.
Thanks for being here. Thanks, Richmond Fontaine, for having me. Just a quick backstory. I've known Richmond Fontaine since the 20th century. I met Willie in the band playing at the White Eagle, and I was so enamored with the storytelling and the tunesmanship, the craft, that I was at the bar and I felt compelled to recite drunken poetry to Willie. And I think he liked it because, or he was drunk. And at any rate, I'm happy to be here. And I've got a new book out this August. It's called Newported, a poetic field guide to the Oregon coast, and it's more of a vacation guide for visitors and locals. I kind of navigate your way through Newport. And so the idea of Newported means when you go to Newport, you can get Newported, which can be good or bad. So I searched around the World Wide Web and found a definition for Newported. I've got it here. Newported, Newported. It's a verb used with an object. To experience a slighting or a psychological or physical injury, or unsuspecting joy brought on by cultural or geographical isolation, to be subjected to dark magic indigenous to the Oregon coastal town of Newport, born of provincialism, rain, rugged individualism, and Walmart. It's Latin for fucked up. Alright, so I'm just going to do two poems, and I'm very fortunate to have Richmond Fontaine here. And I just want to dedicate this to my mother, who came from Walport, Oregon, where the forest meets the sea. So two poems about a character who's a fisherman. And the fishing community in Newport is a microcosm, I think, of America, in the sense that you have the haves in the commercial fishing industry. You've probably seen Deadliest Catch. They're the haves, those big Kodiak-bound trawlers. And you've got the have-nots. And I'm interested in that 99% and even those people who are really on the lower edges and trying to make it work. And they're there doing it. There's not a lot of fish left, but... So this one is called 400 Kings. Those dories are still out there.
Yeah.
400 Kings. Terry needs to catch 400 king salmon to buy back his boat. The bank put it in hock and padlocked it last week next to the number 7 dock. Under the security camera's black eye, he breaks it free with a ball-peen hammer and a half-rack of Oli. He siphons gas from a big-ticket trawler and motors out into the great American fish lottery. He keeps everything he needs in a Folgers can. Flip phone, Little Debbie snack cakes, and 1 2-inch hex bolt that he screws down tight between the bilge pump to where dreams are held together with duct tape. There's a storm coming and his GPS is broken. The ocean shrugs the boat nonchalantly and ice melts in the cooler. 400 kings in this girl's mind, he says, to the wind, vicious with indifference. He plies past long-gone teammates and classmates who inherited Dad's big boat and hand out iPhones to their kids like candy. He eats the broken glass of open ocean, feeling luck's current shifting under his feet. He burns through a pack of smokes and hangs on to what's in front of him. Coffee cup, old ship's wheel, polished by wand, and this one night, anchor chain necklace around his neck glittering like a guiding star. Chance dragging in his wake. Thank you. So do y'all want to find out what happened to Terry?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Terry, this is what happened to Terry. He, the fishermen on the coast, you know, when they catch, when they score, they come into the bayfront and they get their fish, and they go straight to the bar and they give all their money away. And you'd expect they drink whiskey, Jameson or whatever, Jack, but down there everyone's drinking Fireball. Do y'all know what Fireball is?
With a rain in back.
Does anybody have any Fireball here? Any Fireball, anybody?
Yeah.
No way. You're hired. Tambourine player.
When you fall down.
Crack it open, Willie.
Go ahead, it'll warm your heart.
I gotta do it. That's really good.
What it is, heavy cinnamon, yeah. Yeah, it's whiskey with
So this poem's called Fireball at the Bay Haven.
Good, thanks, man.
Fireball at the Bay Haven. Terry's old trawler plows home heavy with $2 grand in tuna down below. His boombox rocks Boston across the bow. Boats watercolor the bay as his reflection jumps alive in a leap from the rail to the dream of what awaits on land. After his third DUI, the cops took his car, so he rides his 10 speed from the boat straight to the bar. He rings the ship's bell to buy the whole bar around. Not Jameson or Jack, he curiously calls out Fireball. The sweet liquor preferred by Oregon coast fishermen and an entire generation of sorority girls. There's Fireball in Terry's eyes when he floats from the boat to the bar, calm the fear of the fishermen's wives. A tray of 20 shots, like gold medallions pulled from the ocean floor, glides into eager hands, and the tension between locals and tourists untangle like old rope They open the narrow window of an early buzz when there's not even a fight over who's got next on the pool table. A woman in a California tan delights a patio of men uncoiling like wolf eels through rocks. Broken bodies, but spirits rise when there's fireball in Terry's eyes. Before they arm wrestle or fuck the talk of climate change out the room, or despair in a dark cloud downpour over an ex-girlfriend or a lost pit bull, before winch lines are pulled too tight from the blue-black sea that pulls 1 or 2 or 5 souls into the memorial wall, Terry rings the fireball bell. There's fireball in Terry's eyes. Pass the pipe under the table. Never make a play for the fishermen's wives. Before Terry forgets his debit card, he plays air drums and high-fives a nervous stranger. All the small town tight lips unspooling like new nylon. He remembers his favorite joke. Free bird! Sudden sun, homegrown reefer, and no more lies when there's fireball in the grocery clerk's eyes. As the bar glows of fireball gold and the old man cover band plays Petty, we dance around a guitar solo that bends the afternoon from hate back to hope. Terry whistles for an encore, and now we're all floating in the same boat. Mailman on the make, disbarred lawyer, slurring grocery clerk, misfits who fit in Newport, getting Newported. When a fisherman gets hot and gives it all away. When it turns to t-shirt weather. When there's fireball in Terry's eyes, open the Bay Haven door, step inside, feel alive.